Hello, my name is Logan Clemente, and this is my video project for my Seminole State College class, Evil Minds, Violent Predators. Today I will be talking about how neurological factors can contribute and relate to people that commit crimes. Specifically, I will be discussing brain damage and mental disorders. First, I would like to talk about how brain damage and deficits can affect the mind of the criminal. This is one of two of the strongest predictors of a criminal or someone that will have violent tendencies, one tested at age 7. A vital part of our brain is the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is responsible for planning, expression of one's personality, decision-making, impulse control, and cognitive behavior, which is the relationship between thoughts, feelings, and behavior. Many criminals, not surprisingly, have been found to have problems with some or all of these. This can be due to a damaged or non-functioning prefrontal cortex. A damaged prefrontal cortex can happen because of disease, genetic issues, physical abuse, or psychological trauma. An example of this is when a man named Phineas Gage was struck by a metal rod that went through his cheek and through his brain. Someone that was once a well-respected and hard worker was now seen as someone totally different. His personality changed, and his self-control changed with it. This was caused by damage to his prefrontal cortex. Next, I would like to talk about something called Antisocial Personality Disorder, APD. About 1/3 of all criminals fit the criteria to be diagnosed with APD, and men have been found to have it 3 times as much as women. To be diagnosed with APD, you have to be 18 years of age and have done 3 of the following behaviors from age 15 to your current age, including unlawful behavior, being overly deceitful, having poor impulse control, being overly aggressive, not caring about the safety of you or those around you, being irresponsible, and showing no remorse for actions having to do with the mistreatment of others. But non-criminals can also be diagnosed with APD, so many researchers and scientists have gone further to include certain behaviors, including cognitive and emotional features, to furthermore define someone as a psychopath. Some traits of a psychopath are pathological lying, conning, lack of emotion, attention seekers, impulsivity, irresponsibly, and many more. An example of this could be someone conning a newly made widow out of her husband's fortune, or if someone's father had just died and he tries to con the money out of the vulnerable daughter. Now, it is also important to state that not all psychopaths are criminals, and vice versa. Only 20 to 30% of imprisoned criminals are classified as psychopaths in a study in 2002. These people are not always physically dangerous, as they often treat and manipulate people without causing them physical harm, but instead causing psychological harm. The other disorder I would like to talk about is Oppositional Defiant Disorder, ODD. ODD is something that is found in children who are frequently and extremely defiant, uncooperative, rude, and short-tempered for a period of 6 months or more. Kids with ODD tend to have frequent temper losses, engage in arguments with adults and their parents or guardians, defy rules and requests from their parents or guardians, annoy others on purpose, blame others for something that is obviously their fault or their responsibility, getting irritated easily, and being spiteful while showing strong resentment. This disorder is most likely genetic, as it is found more often in families that have a history of mood disorders such as ADD, ADHD, conduct disorder, and any substance disorders. It is also common in more abusive households and households that have neglect or absent guardians. These children tend to be a lot more aggressive in their teen years, and this commonly carries over to their adult life. An example of someone with ODD could be someone in a family where a baby was newly born, their parents are going through a divorce, and the parents neglect to show them any attention. To get this attention, the child deliberately defies the parents and maybe even hurts other kids or people to get noticed. Because of the parents still being neglectful, they carry on and don't see an issue or a problem with their behavior. This means that they could continue their behavior their whole life. When they stop getting the attention, they may try bigger and badder things, which could escalate to criminal activities such as carjackings and even murder. In conclusion, I would like to say that my opinion is that all of these are very strong factors that can cause someone to go towards a life of crime, especially when one or more are present. When paired together, I would even say that the chances of moving towards a life of crime greatly increase 2-fold, maybe even 3-fold. I would also like to restate that not all criminals have disorders or brain damage like this, just as not all people that have brain damage and disorders like these are criminals. Again, this has been Logan Clementi discussing how neurological factors can affect someone and how that relates to them turning towards crime. Please like, subscribe, and share.